Welcome to the Bank First Ranger Hour. Super Talk Mississippi 93.7 Spotlight on Northwest Community College. And you can listen to our live stream at supertalknorthms.com. Just click on the link for the Bank First Ranger Hour. Now, here's your host, Gary Darby.
That sounds like a great idea, Mr. Voice. Let's talk Northwest Community College today on a Thursday, December 11, 2025. It's 9:06. Following up Richard Cross and the morning's program, we'll take this hour and discuss a few things from Senatobia and the Northwest Community College world. It will also have some focus in other areas of North Mississippi with different branches that Northwest has and different things that we can do in the education part of things. I've got athletic news to get to you as well. And that's what's on tap with these guests joining in the discussion. Dr. Angela Dortch is back in. Dr. Dortch, Registrar, will be with us to discuss, hey, there's graduation tomorrow for some at Northwest, and then we'll get ready to talk about the new semester and other things and nursing programs and whatnot with Dr. Angela Dortch. When we're done with that discussion, we'll bring in Kelsey Baker, Director of Career Technical Education, and counseling those that want to get in the career technical opportunities for the spring semester. We'll discuss commercial truck driving, among other things, with Kelsey in the second portion of the program. Then I'll do some sports news for you, and we'll finish up our Thursday program. Get you back into the discussion with Gerard from 10 until 1. All of it coming up right here on Super Talk 93.7. But today's program, powered by Bank First, and it's all about Northwest Community College. Now, I'm going to give a plug to the Heindl Center before we hit the break, and then we'll get Dr. Dortch on the program. There are a couple of things that are still happening. If you love the movie Elf, well, that's coming up by the weekend, and you'll get a chance to go take that in. But, of course, then in January, it all kicks off with the next run of great things. Pam Tillis and Lori Morgan on January the 18th. Meredith Wilson's The Music Man comes in on January 31st. You get all the good things in February with Archie Manning sitting down and talking on the 20th. The Blue Man Group comes to Senatobia on March 18. You get an evening with Larry the Cable Guy on March the 28th. Riverdance 30, the new generation, is coming in April. The Bacon Brothers on May 1st. And then it just continues to roll along. Dr. Blake Bostic doing a great job of getting great acts coming to the Heindl Center for the Performing Arts. If you are thinking about a Christmas gift for someone, there had to be something that I just mentioned that's going to draw your attention that, hey, you know, so-and-so really is a fan of Larry the Cable Guy. You can go get tickets. You can go get a gift certificate. You can do whatever you want to do at Heindl Center for the Performing Arts. You can still get packages, right? You can pick some things that you want to do. Different ways to do it. And it's very simple by going to the website, heindlcenter.org. heindlcenter.org. It's an easy way to do it. All right, we're going to get into the academic world today. First, there's graduation to discuss. Then, the next semester to get in with Dr. Angela Dortch. And after that, we're getting career technical discussion with Kelsey Baker. That's our program today. I really appreciate you being in attendance today and hanging out with us on this Thursday as we approach 40 degrees. Going to get a little sun and 52 by the end of the afternoon. Stay with me, please.
We're talking Rangers this hour. Thanks for joining us for the Bank First Ranger Hour. It's a special conversation about Northwest Community College. There's a campus near you, and you can join the conversation by texting to 662-426-1093.
Yeah, you can hit that text message line if you want, 662-426-1093. That's a way to do it. We have the social media sites as well, and you guys know them by now. A little bit later on this afternoon, anywhere you listen to podcasts, let's just say you're going to miss some of this program today between now and 10. You can go find the Bank First Ranger Hour in podcast form later this afternoon. Let's get to it. Registrar and friend Dr. Angela Dortch is back with us on the program. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so we're counting down the days for this semester. We're getting ready for next semester. There's all kinds of things we need to get to and discuss. So let's begin. There's graduation tomorrow.
Yes, it is. We have our Fall 25 commencement ceremonies tomorrow, beginning at 8 a.m. in the morning.
So about how many? Do we know what the number is? What are we planning for and where? Obviously, I would assume Howard Coliseum, but give us all those details.
Sure. So the first ceremony will be our academic and career technical education ceremony, which is at 8 a.m. We have about 220 students who will be walking across the stage. Then we have our 11 o'clock ceremony, which is our School of Health Sciences. And we have about 200 of those students who will be walking across the stage. And then to finish the day up, we'll have our School of Health Science pinning ceremony, and we'll have about 200 students that will be pinned that day.
Great. You know, as we continue to talk Northwest on these programs and the growing attendance, I mean, you know, the number of students continues to rise at Northwest. I enjoy listening to those numbers, and especially, I guess, you probably got started with us somewhere in that COVID area, right? Or maybe a little bit later. I'm not exactly sure, but watching it grow and get back and to get to where we are today, and I know that's 5 years ago, friends that are listening, but to see those numbers and to see what's going on, you got to be proud of that.
I'm very proud of that. You know, here at Northwest, we love our students, and our students love us. So just to see that enrollment growth is just beneficial to everybody in the community, you know, just to let them know that we're here for them. So it's just good to know that we have students that want and believe in their education and chooses Northwest to do that.
How busy are the phones at times in your office?
Oh, the phones are ringing off the hook. So we try to catch as many calls as we can. So I just want to tell students, if we don't get you, please call back. It's not that we don't want to talk to you. It's probably because we're on the phone with somebody else. But they ring off the hook. And, you know, we're always here to answer any questions. You know, the admissions department is the beginning. And as the records department, we're the end. But we try to get as many questions answered for students so we can get them in and get them enrolled.
What are some of those questions? What are some of the most, you know, that they call in and have for you guys?
So they'll call in and they'll ask, okay, have I been accepted? What are the documents I need to turn in? When's the first day of class? When can I register for classes? How do I do my financial aid? What documents do I need for my financial aid? Which FAFSA do I need to do? Who's my advisor? What courses do you offer this semester? What programs do you have? I mean, we get all types of questions.
Are we seeing more non-traditional students as well? Are we having more adults that are, you know, either deciding to come back to school or maybe changing what they want to do as far as a career is concerned?
Yes, we have a mixture of it all. It's just different seasons, different times. But, yes, we do have the adult students that want to change a career and they want to do something different. And we welcome everybody.
What do we need to know about the new semester? What is that message?
Well, the message is that we are already in priority registration for the spring 26 semester. So if you have applied and you've been accepted, please reach out to us. We can get you in with an advisor so we can get you set up for the spring semester classes. However, if you would like to wait to register, we have open registration beginning January the 8th at 8:30, and we'll be doing that Thursday and Friday, January the 9th, and then we'll be in late registrations. So classes will begin soon, so we just ask that you come on, get your documents in, so we can go ahead and get you accepted in and get you registered for your spring 26 semester.
We're sitting here on, a Thursday and December 11, and you're mentioning January, and some may think, oh, I've got plenty of time. I've got the time to wait and do that next week or the next week. We really need to get on that, don't we?
Yes, we do. Our office is closed on next Wednesday, so we're in crunch time trying to get everything processed in. But it's never too late. If you come in when we're here, once we return in January, we're going to help you to the fullest to get you set up. And if you don't make the full term or the first mini term, we still have second mini term available for the spring 26 semester as well.
Excellent. All this information, I assume, is at northwestms.edu?
That is correct.
And if there is, and let's make those phones ring, people. Let's let her know that we're listening. What do they need to do to get in touch if they want to use that telephone?
They would just dial 662-562-3219, and they will hear the prompt for admissions, and then they'll hear wherever department that they need to go to, and then if they need us, we're right here ready to pick up their call and answer any questions. If not, don't want to call, please feel free to stop by the campus and see us.
There you go. Absolutely. Come on in the doors. Say hi. So
that's it.
we're graduating tomorrow. Lots of new people heading out into this world, and and I'm about to talk into the career technical education world here next with Kelsey. But there are jobs waiting for your Northwest students out there, and it's good to know we're pumping some of those fine people out into those jobs here in Mississippi.
Absolutely.
All right, my friend. Anything else we need to get to before I let you go and say happy holidays, and we'll catch up with you in 2026?
There's nothing else, but I just want to say go Rangers.
Thank you, my friend. That's our friend from the Registrar and Admissions, Dr. Angela Dortch. She always does a fine job letting us know what's going on. Graduation ceremonies happening tomorrow, starting at 8 a.m. on the campus. There will be the nursing pinning service as well. That great program, putting more women and men into that nursing industry, others as well. And then we're in that process, as she said, of preparing and getting ready for the next semester, which again will begin in early January. So you need to get that FAFSA, which is your financial aid form, filled out, get it in. Whether you think you are going to get anything or you think, they're not going to give me any help. Regardless, fill it out and see. Then get all the other paperwork in there and done. Get it in their hands and get that process rolling. As mentioned, though, never too late. They'll do their best to get you in. There is a deadline there in January, but get after it and get ready. And if you do have any questions or you're looking for anything, it is northwestms.edu. You can go, you can peruse, you can click on admissions. Tells you everything. If you're a first-time freshman, a transfer student, if it's dual enrollment, if you're a transient student, an international student, or a veteran, where Northwest was recently ranked one of the best in helping and being involved with veterans and what they do in the education process there. It's all right there for you. northwestms.edu. The phone numbers are there. You could go to the building. You can reach out online, because as I'm talking with this website pulled up, this is twice now, the chat bot has popped up and asked if they can help. They're there and ready to go and get the process started for you and your time at Northwest Community College. Career technical stuff coming up next. I have not yet on this program, we have the little bump music, the little things that go into, the commercial breaks or whatever. I haven't played a Christmas song yet. I know we have our music station's been pumping out Christmas music for a while now. Others as well. You walk into businesses, you go wherever, and you're hearing some. But today is Brenda Lee's birthday. Brenda Lee is 81. You people ought to know by now that we're talking about Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. She recorded it in 1958. The song went number 1 in the Billboard Hot 100 in 2023, just a couple of years ago. It made Brenda Lee, who was 78 at the time, the oldest artist to date to enjoy a number 1 hit. So we're going to have some Christmas music this morning. We'll be back with more of the Ranger Hour next.
Thanks for listening to the Bank First Ranger Hour, your connection to Northwest Mississippi Community College on SuperTalk Mississippi 93.7 and streaming live at supertalknorthms.com. Just click on the link for the Bank First Ranger Hour.
Simple as that. 9:35 for today's program. We want to thank Dr. Angela Dortch for being on with us, graduating people tomorrow, pinning nurses, sending them out into the medical field, doing great things, giving us some facts about how to get ready for the new semester, and we're going to continue in the educational world. Now in the career tech part of things, Kelsey Baker will join. Hello.
Good morning. How are you?
Things are fine. We're getting a great opportunity to finish up the semester and to talk to the people that it's not too late. We still have some time in all of the educational parts of Northwest Community College on different campuses to get things done, right? And today with you, what's our topic of discussion?
So this morning, we're just going to chat about our commercial truck driving program that Northwest offers. So we actually have 2 locations for students. There's an Olive Branch campus, and there's also a program at the Panola Concourse in Batesville.
I asked you off the air, and we'll get that, the number of people, the cohort that you can get, so to speak. How many do you typically do? And I don't want to limit the numbers. Obviously, we want people to apply and do this. But what are we looking at number wise?
So for each cohort, we like to accept 8 students, and I think I mentioned before on Ranger Hour, our instructors are very intentional with our students, and it is a hands-on program. So we make sure that we have the perfect size for students to obtain all the information to prepare them for their CDL exam. So we take 8 students per cohort, so a total of 16, but 8 at each campus.
And again, you've got the one there in Batesville at the Concourse, one in Olive Branch as well. So listen, people in this Super Talk world, there's one in your area or close by. And I look, I don't know if we could possibly say how important the people are that get behind the wheel and go up and down our highways, deal with boneheads like me that'll be driving up and down that highway too at times, and try and get our goods and services to where we can have them, Kelsey. These are important things here.
And I will just go over some things just to consider if you are interested in applying. There are required documents, and of course, you can find this all on our website under the commercial truck driving page, but I'll just throw it out there. We have some documents for you to sign, a memorandum of understanding, a copy of your driver's license. You have to have a driver's license.
Sure. Your
motor vehicle record, and we'll do a background inquiry form and a DOT physical. The DOT physical is just to make sure everything's in good standing and you're in shape to be on the road. And most importantly, which a lot of students will miss, you are required to obtain your CDL Class A permit on your own. But there's a nice timeline that I'll go through with you if you are interested and have questions. And so it's important, if you are interested in starting in the spring, that you come by and see me at the DeSoto campus, or you can see our new director of CTE/counselor at the Panola Concourse, Miss Marla Kennedy. If you need to submit any of these documents or just to ask us questions, we'll try to wrap up obtaining everything by our last week here in December. I think December 15th will be the last day. We have set paperwork, and the classes for the spring commercial truck driving will begin January 12th.
Not a typical 8 a.m. sit down at a desk and go to class and then leave and go to another one. What is the typical day like, though? I mean, what happens for the people that do enroll in this?
So the program is a 16-week program, and it does include all of our holidays, our school holidays. But
Sure.
with with those 16 weeks. It is a Monday through Friday course, but like you say, each day is different. There will be days that you will be in your classroom learning all the things before you get on the road to prepare, such as your pre-trip, preparing for the exam. But 80% of the course, you will be in the truck. And so I think sometimes that shocks people as well. They're like, oh, we get to drive? Yes, you will be driving. And so that is where most of the time is spent in the classroom. They will actually be on the road learning all the things. And again, each day looks differently. They may drive 3 days a week in the classroom, twice a week, and they'll rotate. And so they learned all the ins and outs, so we make sure each student is well prepared to take that exam at the end of the 16 weeks.
You have simulators, right?
Yes, we do. We have 2 nice simulators, one at each campus.
So they get experience there and then the hands-on behind the wheel and go out. You said a 16-week course, correct?
Right, that is correct. And students will obtain a career certificate from Northwest as well, and they get to participate in spring graduation.
Excellent. Is this the only one we're registering for in the spring?
Yes, that is correct.
All right. Paperwork, again, has to be done by?
December 15th. And, of course, they can feel free to email me. And, like I said, visit the Batesville campus to see Miss Kennedy or DeSoto campus to visit me for any questions to assist with the paperwork. And classes start January 12th.
I know that's our topic and what we're supposed to go with today, but one final thing before I let you go. There are other programs and other things. Would you just toss a name or two or a thing out there for others to know, and maybe we can get a mind rolling and they may look into that program as well?
Absolutely. I'll kind of highlight 2 of our new programs. This past fall, current fall, we started our commercial electrical program. Students who are interested in residential or commercial electrical wiring. It's a 1-year program, kind of to get the things started if you are interested in becoming a master electrician. This would definitely be the first piece. It's 1 year and offers a career certificate. So it's 2 semesters, 1 academic year. And then we also have a new program that will start next fall of 2026, and that is going to be construction management technology. So if you're interested in construction, we will have that at our main campus in Senatobia. And it is a full 2-year program, so you'll be able to receive an Associate's of Applied Science.
Excellent. We can find out all that information at northwestms.edu, correct?
Absolutely, under our career technical education program.
Great. I really appreciate your time, not just today, but all throughout. And
Thank you.
I hope you get all the paperwork and everybody gets everything done for us by the 15th, and then you can enjoy a holiday break.
Yes, it's always a pleasure talking with you. Thank you so much for having me this morning.
All right, thank you. Our friend there in the career technical world, Kelsey Baker. Now, again, the commercial truck driving program, there will be 1 group in Batesville, 1 group in DeSoto County there at Olive Branch. You have until the 15th. There's paperwork you got to get to, fill out. Obviously need the driver's license. They will check to make sure you are health-wise able to get behind the wheel. It is a stressful job. There is no doubt, mentally and physically, to go up and down these highways and then get into wherever they have to with whatever size truck and whatever good or service they have for us. So very important job, very important people out there, and Northwest trying to give us a few more of those. If you're interested, northwestms.edu is the way to go. So we encourage you to get ready for that as well if you can. All kinds of things still going on in this North Mississippi and Northwest Community College world. All of the websites are out there for you. We mentioned northwestms.edu a lot, but there are other things in the sports world that's going on that we need to talk with you about. And we'll start, first of all, with the new addition into the Northwest Sports Hall of Fame, including from rodeo 1993 to 95, Virgil Alsop. A lot of national attention lately with Northwest Rodeo, and he's one of the legends that kind of got it started. with Coach Bud Young in the fall of '93 and competed in the program's annual Bull-O-Rama and different things, lots of awards, and so he will be inducted. Bobby Gaston for football, 1981 to 1983. Terry Lawrence from football in those exact same years, 81 to 83. In baseball, Chris Lindsey, and that, again, 81 to 83. A lot of great people coming from there. Calvin Madlock from the men's basketball team, 79 to 81. And Rochelle Thompson Sorrell, women's basketball, 79 to 81. So those are the ones that will be inducted into the Northwest Sports Hall of Fame. And so we congratulate all of them. It will come up during next football season. So we, in all of our Ranger form, congratulate all of those for winning that award. You know, speaking of rodeo, Coach Will Lummis was doing big things in one of the latest events out there, not just leading this Northwest Ranger team to some best seasons in a while, but Coach Lummis getting out there in the pro rodeo, and I know he won one of the stages. He came in as the number 2 steer wrestler in the world, and so he again continued to do things as he got a key win in the steer wrestling world. There is actually a nice photo of him from what is the Las Vegas Review-Journal that I'm looking at right now. And so he came through and got a win, but he leading this Northwest team to some good things as well, while putting up some numbers and doing things in the professional sports world. So we congratulate Coach Lummis on all of that, because he has led that rodeo team to new heights in the past couple of years since he has been involved. There are other things we need to discuss in athletics, and that is number 4 Northwest and its football team. So its season come to a close again in the NJCAA playoffs. 4 teams make it. Northwest took on number 1 Hutchinson Community College in the NJCAA semifinals on Saturday. Lost that game 27-0. I believe it was the first time Northwest had been shut out in 11 years. Something crazy like that. But another great season for the Rangers and Coach Benji Parker. Another 10-win year, another MACCC championship, and an appearance in the NJCAA playoffs for the 4th time in 5 years. And the year before that was the COVID year, where they played 6 games and didn't lose, and beat Gulf Coast for the championship then. So the run, truthfully, could have gone 5 out of 6 playing for a national title. Nonetheless, it ended in the semifinals, and we congratulate Coach Parker and all of the Ranger players. Those that we will now follow, some moving into 4-year schools all throughout. And so we congratulate them for what they have done, again, on the football field and academically, too. Remember, they're not only doing this in 5 of the last 6 years, being the best in the state of Mississippi, and then representing, not just, the college, but the state of Mississippi for the last 5 years in the NJCAA playoffs. But they had the highest GPA among football teams in the country, and they're doing this. So we're doing it in the classroom, and we're doing it on the playing field in a lot of the sports at Northwest. Shout out for the season again, Coach Parker. Can't wait for the next one. Basketball season is underway. And in the community college world, you play until, right about now. The men are going to have a couple of more games. We're going to get to that. but you take a long break. Students go home, and you come back after the first of the year, and you get ready, and you kick things off maybe with some conference play within the next couple of days. But Northwest women's basketball team will go into this Christmas break 8-4 on the season. 72-58 was the win in their final game before the break over Holmes Community College. Alorian Story, she's out of Ripley, led the way with 21 for the Lady Rangers. Third straight game of 20 or more points for Story. She also had 16 rebounds, which made for her 8th double-double out of 12 games for Story. After the Christmas break, they return to Howard Coliseum. January 5th is the next game, and it will be against Lawson State out of Alabama. 5:30, January 5th. We'll have plenty of shows between then to kind of update you. And in an interesting schedule deal, they will come back out of the break with Lawson State in Senatobia on that January 5th, and then 2 days later play them again in Birmingham. Again, we got enough time between now and then to remind you. The Northwest men's basketball team lost their last game, 104-94, to Holmes in Howard Coliseum. They had 5 players in double digits on the night in the 104-94 loss, with 17 coming from Chancellor Terry. 7-4. 2 more games before the break, though. They will be on the road at Dyersburg State on Saturday at 4, and they'll follow that up with a home game against Meridian on Monday at 6. So still a couple more chances for Coach Redmond and company to continue to build on what they have started, and a good start in year 1 at 7-4. So Coach Laterro Williams and the Lady Rangers at 8-4, the Rangers at 7-4. Next time Northwest women play will be in Senatobia on January 5th. And for the men, still 2 games before they get the break. That is Saturday at 4 o'clock in Dyersburg, Tennessee against Dyersburg State. And then Meridian comes to Senatobia on Monday to play at 6. So there you go. NWCCRangers.com. NWCCRangers.com. You want to get all that info. It's all there for you. Pretty simple for you to do. It's going to put a wrap on a Bank First Ranger Hour for today. Good stuff. Dr. Angela Dortch talking with us from admissions and the registrar, and talking with us about graduation. Ceremonies begin at 8 on the Northwest campus tomorrow. And then we get Kelsey Baker really discussing the commercial truck driving program. You have until the 15th to get some paperwork in and get involved in that in the spring semester, with one group in Batesville at the Concourse and one in the Olive Branch facility as well. Enjoy the day. A little bit above 50. You may need the light jacket if you want, but whatever you want to do, just do it safely, enjoy it, and let's come back and do a program together tomorrow at around 9:06. By the way, podcast form later on today for this show, the Bank First Ranger Hour. We'll talk tomorrow. So long.